Hello everyone, welcome to this video. In this video, let's see this question 31. So here in this question, they say that a manufacturer reckons that the value of a machine which cost him rupees 15,625, it will depreciate each year by 20%. So this value will decrease each year by 20% because you see machines, they have a decreasing value because year after year they get the machine parts get wear off and its cost reduces because new models also appear, right? So this has been reported to be 20%. Now you have to tell what is the value, estimated value of the machine at the end of 5 years. So that means once the machine has been brought and kept for 5 years, from 15,625, what would be the decrease in the value? So that means after 5 years, if this manufacturer wants to buy the machine, right, sell the machine, then what amount would they get from that machine? So here it is given that the initial cost of machine is 15,625 rupees. So each year we have a decrease by 20%. So that means 20%. So what will be the cost of the machine after the first year? Decrease in value is 20% of this much, which is 1 by 5 of this much. However, the initial cost is this much, 15,625, and this much amount, 1 by 5 of 15,625 has been, this is the decrease in value. So now the value becomes this one total. So you see, you can take this term common, 15,625, and you will be left with 1 minus 1 upon 5. So when you solve 1 minus 1 upon 5, it would come out to be 4 by 5. Therefore, in the first year, the decreased value, it becomes the total value minus the decreased value, which is 4 by 5 of the total value, right? Let's talk about the next year. Next year, the decreased value would be how much? This was the total value in the previous year minus 1 by 5 times of this decreased value, 20% of this value, correct? 20% means we are saying 1 by 5, correct? So this cancels. Here we have 1 by 5. So therefore, in this case, you see this term and this term, they are common. You can take it common. So here you are left with plus 1 and here you are left with minus 1 upon 5. So this term. And when you solve this term, you would have 4 by 5 here, right? So you see the first term was, initially the value was 15,625. Next was the value 15,625 into 4 by 5. Next value is 15,625 into 4 by 5 into 4 by 5. So therefore, you can clearly see it forms a GP, right? The first term is this, the initial cost. The common ratio is 4 by 5 because when you divide this term by the first term, you have 4 by 5. Similarly, when you divide the third term by the second term, you have 4 by 5 as the answer. So therefore, we have to calculate it for what? At the end of 5 years. So if we are taking the 0th year, which is the initial year in which the machine is manufactured as first, as the number 1. So this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8. So let's see it in this way. In this year, it is being manufactured. Then it would be the first year thereafter. It would be the second year. It would be the third year, fourth year and fifth year. So we are taking n as equal to 6. Correct? So here for n is equal to 6, we will calculate what is the value. So that means we have to calculate A6 here. The general term an is given by a r raised to power n minus 1. So in this case, we will be calculating A6, which is the value of a is 15,625 into the common ratio 4 by 5 raised to power 6 minus 1. So you have to solve this. So you see, if you do a little calculation, it is what? It is 5 raised to power 6, correct? And here we have 5 raised to power 5. So by the exponent law, when the bases are equal, the two powers they subtract each other, correct? So therefore we have 5 raised to power 6 minus 5 and 4 raised to power 5. So you can calculate 4 raised to power 5, or you can write it as 2 raised to power 10. That is same. Why? Because you can write 4 as 2 raised to power 2 and 4 raised to power 5. That means 2 raised to power 2 raised to power 5, which is 2 raised to power 10. Correct? 2 raised to power 10 is 1024. All of you know that. Here you have only 1 power of 5. So when you multiply it together, you have 5120. So you see, the estimated value of the machine at the end of 5 years is just 5,120 rupees. However, initially the cost was 15,625. So this fast the machine loses its value if the depreciation rate each year is given to be 20% of this initial cost. So I hope you understood this question and how to solve it through the way of GP. Well, that is it for this video. Thank you for watching.